Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. First a little disclaimer because sometimes I tell you, it's cold in the studio because it's freezing outside and I'm rubbing my hands and you can see me, covering up my nails. Sometimes my nails are a little purplish. It's all because of the degrees in the studio is 12.1 Celsius. And this is the luchtvochtigheid, I don't know, humidity, I think. But 12 degrees, it is cold in here. So if you see me warming up my hands, grabbing my tea, you know why. So I had this great happy mail this month in the studio and I'm so happy with it. And I like to test it out in my project book. I'm not feeling coloring in this one. I know I already was kinda not feeling it when I picked up my pages this month. So I got 3 new coloring watercolor pens. I sticked a magnet underneath so it can live with the other set that a viewer sent me. So now both of the gifts are in the same tin. And I like to take this one with me when I travel. So they won't fall out because of the magnets. I really like the solution. So they are all just with the magnet. I had it last year with me on vacation, on my summer vacation. Traveled all the way up to Sweden, Norway, and those were all the time out of the original packaging. So that's why I decided to put the magnets under here and get great use out of it this way. I like to do a background in my summer night coloring book. I'm not feeling it, really not feeling to color it, and so this one I picked out for next month. I really want to do this one, but I will wait for it. I picked out this one. It's a large background and I think it can work great with those paint. I did a little bit on this one. This one I'm not feeling. I like to create a really dark, foresty, moody background. And I like to paint out all those mushrooms that grow out of the cat. And that's easy. If you're using your paint pens, you can clean up those strange lines of the fur. So I will do that for sure, but not today. Not feeling it. I will go with a key because it's really easy and I think I can make it work. The question is, do I want an orangey or a red key? Reddish. Let me reuse the sticky tag. I always like to reuse the stickies, right? So I have a little bowl of water next to me, prepared. I have a little tissue, like this one. Go for this one. I think it's a really bright one, so let's activate it. You can just put a drop of water in here and let it sit a little. I will remove the palette and get started. Put it on the back of the paint pen. Let me get a little bit of water. It's really bad today. It's cold. I noticed when I put on the heating system, I like to just wet the paper first and then drop in some of the paint. When I put on the heating system, you can hear it a high tone sometimes when it's start heating. I had questions about the high pitch noise, so that's why I don't turn on the heating system, just because of your discomfort. So I will stay in a little discomfort now. That's okay. So I hope the sound, the high pitch sound, will be gone in this video. Not sure if it will work. We will test it out and yeah. We need more water. We need to have the granulating effect playing. Otherwise it's just an background we are used to see, right? And I like to have a playful background. This month I'm really not feeling it to color in this book. And I don't know really why. Maybe because I want to do the page in the front and I'm holding back. Maybe because I'm coloring in other books. At the moment I'm really happy with my collection. And I think about other books in my collection that I didn't touch for a while and I want to dive in those, and maybe because of my headspace is with other books that this one is not really sparking my creativity at the moment. That's okay. So if I just have a background done this month, there is a little progress in the book. To complete the whole book, I have to complete 2 pages a month. So if I won't complete 2 pages in February, it means I have to do 3 in March and 3 in April. So yeah. But some months I feel really inspired to color in the book and I color multiple. Did you hear it? It's a bird on the roof. I need to use more water, but I'm really afraid that it will bleed through. And there's the bird stamping around. Well, at least I think it's a bird. Yeah, let's add some water. You always can add another layer with watercolors, right? Sometimes you, I don't know, after one layer it's always in this ugly stage. It's looking bad and you can play with it again and activate it and have some damp tissue with a little water on it, and you can reactivate certain parts to create lovely effects. I've done it before, so let me show you the page that I reactivate some of the parts. Let me, don't close it, otherwise the other page will be ruined. You see, I activated some of the parts to create this fiery look, and it is just by letting the whole page dry and then remove some of it again. And I created this. This is with Kensai Tenbi granulating paint, so they are a little different compared to this one. Is it okay? Yeah, it is kind of bleeding through on the edges, but yeah. It's less pagey. Want to have fun. And this is not my favorite watercolors to do this with. I don't know. I love my pencil one a lot better. It's on my wish list for my birthday, and my birthday is in March, so I really hope to get a new pentel brush and yeah, have my favorite one back. This one, it is working, but yeah. We all have our favorites, right? But it got moldy and I had to throw it out. If you drop in extra water, like this, you'll get a nice extra effect. I really hope the sound is gone. Otherwise, if it's still there, I can put on the heating system again in the studio. But I really wanted to test it for you, so. I like the paint. I'm not seeing a lot of the granulating yet, but there is some color variation going on. It's always a surprise in coloring books how granulating effects will show up. It's better to do it this way and just double it in and let do its job, compared to the way I am using it and I'm aware of it. But when it's dry, I like to add another coat and see how it's looking in the end. It's such nice. I got this one from a viewer, this paint, and I made a video about it already. And she also sent me a new coloring book. It was really such a lovely gift. And I like to dive into the book. But I don't want to do it on video. I will spend some time for myself in the book. I see those paints are pigmented. You get a lot of pigment on the page, just with one drop of paint, but just wet the page a little and then pick up some extra paint and dip it in there. I like the darker parts, so for sure I have to do another coat. Realizing this color, it's suiting February, right, with the Valentine's Day, and it's maybe the key to the heart of someone. Really cheesy. I know. So I like the darker part, so I like to, add some extra water to the pen. Can you see what I'm doing here? Sometimes I add an extra droplet to activate it again. And I hope, yeah, this part is okay. I like to add just a new layer. And see if the granulating will work without bleeding through. Otherwise I have to do the other backgrounds. We will solve it. We will play with it. Yes. Also this part, wet it, re-wet it, and then throw in some extra pigment. You can also darken up your colors with pencil or with distress inks on top. Yeah, liking it. It's really splotchy and not smooth yet. But it will take time. And it's really soaking wet. Yeah. I like to color the inside of the key, also with watercolor, so it's really pigmented on the brush. Get rid of some pigment, otherwise it won't suit in the background yet. Yeah. I will color the key with Prismacolors. And lovely golden key with some bright pink ribbons. Will work. Yeah, I have to let it dry completely before I add another layer. I can see it going through there. Can you see the difference in the paper? Then I have to pick up my heating tool. That's nice. I like to pick up new pigment for this little part. Then I realized it would be too dark. So let's see. Let's dry it. Let's pick up my heating tool. It's next to me. Well, on the shelf. Oh. So I just have a simple one from Amazon, I think. I got it for Christmas. So let me mute you and dry the page. It took a bit longer than I expected and it's not really fully dry yet. You can, let me take a sip of my tea. If you watched me, you could have seen I flip it sometimes and also dry the back. And I hope it's less crinkly, but it's really crinkly. It will flatten out over time again once I stored it closed and put it under a pile of books. There won't be a lot of crinkly paper. I use a lot of watercolor in this one and I basically soaked this one, and yeah, still a little bit of warped paper, but not that bad, right? So let me activate the paint again and drop in a lot. Maybe I like to use the palette and see if it's easier. So let's remove this one. I can use this spot in the palette just to make some, well, there can be a little blue, I don't, yeah, and a little black. There's already a little on the right. You have more control if you put it in the palette, and I won't clean up my palettes. Sometimes I just use those type of colors that I pre-mix and pre-used on the page, and yeah. Okay, I like the darker parts. I want to, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's start adding another layer. It's fun to play. I like creating those kind of backgrounds and yeah, being surprised with the look of it in the end. You can see the separation happening on the palette. I got rid of the granulating effect now. That's okay. I like those paints. Those paints are really different compared to the paints that I had before in my collection. I didn't have this type of pinkish reddish paint. You can see you can create this dark red compared to the pinkish tones with the same paint. Add another layer, and then I like to add some droplets to create a granulating effect, but I want to start activating it so you can see it on camera. Normally I would add the droplets in the end. Okay. You already can see a little there, right? Yeah, I like the dark, intense colors of it. I like dark backgrounds sometimes, not always. Let me Put it on the palette. You can hear the sound, the noise of my neighbors. Not sure what they are up to at the moment. But it's Sunday morning and all my boys are working. My husband is at work. Both of the boys are working this morning. They work normally the Saturday, and this week they were asked if they were available this Sunday. So yeah. Creates a new time slot for me to film because the house is quiet. Only during the weekend the house is not really quiet in the neighborhood. Well, during the week the neighborhood is not quiet at the moment at all. Yeah, sometimes the streets get cleaned or let me put those big drops of water in here to create some extra effect. Maybe a little too much. If you put down too much water, you can take it away. With the tissue. Yeah. Keep rolling it. I let it dry naturally now, the next layer. So you have seen it on the picture of the video, the thumbnail. I'm pretty sure you know how it will look in the end. I'm really surprised by those paints. I didn't know what to expect from them. The granulating effect, yeah, it shows up when it dries and you dribble it, and it's better to use wet and wet technique with granulating paints. I'm aware of it, and this is not how you're supposed to use your granulating paints, but yeah, I like to layer it. I'm afraid it will be through there. Let me activate more of it because I tend to use a lot of pigment this time because I like the dark red color. So yeah, it doesn't matter when I film, basically. That was what I was saying. During the week, the neighborhood is not quiet. In the weekend, the neighbors are making noises. And I'm okay with it. It's just daily life, right? There's nothing you can do about it. And then I'm sitting here trying to make a good remove the noises out of the video and sitting without the heating system. It's kind of silly. Yeah. I was willing to try it today. Also because everyone is at work. So I'm not bothering anybody else and I can test it if it's working. And otherwise we have to hang in there with a high pitching noise. Just for 2 more months and then the heating system will be off all the time because of the spring. End of March, start of April. There's no need to heat the house anymore. So, we'll see. This is a red and I think there is a black mix in here. Yeah, darken up the middle parts. I could do it right from the start. Yeah, I'm surprised with those paints. Those are pigmented. Those are lovely. Yeah. So, let's pick up some water. And I just dip my brush into the water and I hope I create a lovely effect. And the granulation will start and we can see the magic happen on the paper. You already can see little spotches and that is also why it's not that important to get rid of all those lines because the granulating effect will create new lines. I have to take a sip of my tea. A big sip of my tea. So yeah. You also can do it with salt and use those big sea salt chunks because otherwise you will have the tiny salt on your page and you are not easily able to remove it and yeah. Will we sit here and wait to see the end result? I'm not sure. We can speed it up a little by dabbing it. I have to be careful. You can see how much pigment you are picking up with it. We even can drop it on the places you think it needs more effects. You can drop in extra paint. If you pick up some extra paint, you can give it some extra effect. I want to, yeah, there we go. So you can add pigments to create effect, you can remove pigments to create effect. Yeah, it's lovely, it is playful, it is fun. So, let me put the paint pen back in the tin. I keep it open and let it dry. I let it sit in the studio until tomorrow and then I will check if the paint is totally dry or it is still sticky. Those paint were a little sticky. You can see the paper from the packaging is still on there a little bit. So I don't think it will dry all the way through. So this one is not sticky at all. Maybe it's because of the binder that is there in the paint that remain a little sticky. But once I think it's good enough, I will close it in tomorrow and I will store it away. Or I will start using it again, you never know. You saw me putting out the handle of the heating tool to set it on the desk because this part was really hot when you just used it. So put it on a safe spot. I wish I had a hook on my desk just to hang it there so I can take it out all the time, or maybe a hook on my wall so it's next to me. Now I have to pick it up all the time. That's okay. It's just a little thing I wish there was different in the studio. We all have those wishes, right? And there's always new things that we think, yeah, maybe I like to change this. Or... But yeah, this is the end result. There are still little parts wet on the page, so I will keep it open. And I'm happy that I created this one. I want to do a cold key with really bright neon-y colors for the ribbons. Yeah, I think it will be pretty. Do we have a neon pink by the Prisma's? Let's put it next to it and... Oh no. I had to pick up my case to have a look. Just have a look together. Yeah, I think it will be pretty. Right? Really out of my comfort zone to pick up a neon color. So let's color a little. Oh no! What have I done? Is it? No, I don't like it. No, it's okay. We can go with a hot pink. It's more of my alley, right? Oh. It's still wet, so we have to be careful. Yeah, I like this one better. But maybe a combination will be nice. I like it. So it will be the hot pink, not the neon pink. And then a cold key. So a base with the cream color. And then I like to shade in with the golden rod. And a little of the espresso. And I just got myself a new espresso in the set from my display. Shop display, so that's great. Yeah, happy with it. I love it. It's a great one for Valentine's Day, right? So I will end the video. I am rambling on. I will wait until the page is dried and then I will start coloring it really slowly. And then I have a page finished this month and I have to pick up another one and see if I feel like coloring another page or looking at this page now. You can use also this color crate for Halloween time, right? And make it blood splatters. Is it too gross? Well, we will see. Well, thank you for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye!